Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Ava and Leo.
We're so glad you're here.
Today's lesson is one that almost every English learner struggles with.
Why you understand English, but can't speak it.
Let's get started. Have you ever understood every single word someone said in English? But the moment it was your turn to speak, your mind just went completely blank.
Oh, I know that feeling. My brain basically hung up the phone on me.
Today we're breaking down exactly why that happens, and how to fix it, starting today.
By the end of this episode, you're going to understand your own brain better than most English learners do.
I'm Ava.
And I'm Leo.
If you're enjoying these lessons, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. Leo, be honest with me for a second.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
How many times have you frozen while speaking a language that wasn't English?
Only a few times.
Don't lie.
Okay, fine. When I was learning Spanish, a waiter asked me something simple, and instead of answering, I just said, yes, to a question that wasn't a yes or no question.
Oh, what did he ask you?
I have no idea. That's the problem. I understood 0 words and just panicked.
See, this happens to literally everyone. Even the guy who teaches English for a living.
Especially the guy who teaches English for a living.
So here's reason number 1 this happens. Listening and speaking are actually 2 separate skills in your brain.
Right, listening is passive. Your brain just receives it, like water going into a glass.
But speaking is active. Your brain has to search for the words, put them in the right order, and send the signal to your mouth, all in about 2 seconds.
It's the difference between watching someone cook a meal and actually cooking it yourself.
Pause the video for a second. Be honest. Have you spent way more time listening to English than speaking it?
Most people have. That imbalance is the real issue.
Let's fix that imbalance right now. Repeat after me. I understand more than I can say. And that's completely normal.
Say it again, a little louder this time.
One more time, like you actually mean it.
Reason number 2. A lot of learners are secretly translating in their heads.
This one's huge. Someone asks a question in English. Your brain translates it into your first language. You think of an answer, then translate that answer back into English.
That's 3 extra steps before you even open your mouth.
By the time you're done, the conversation has already moved on without you.
What would you say if I asked you right now, what's your favorite season? Don't translate, just answer in English, out loud.
See how that feels different than thinking it through first.
Speaking of translating, here's a mistake that comes straight from that habit. Don't say, I agree with you. Instead, say, I agree with you.
In many languages, agree needs a helper word like am. In English, agree already works on its own.
One word, big improvement.
Quick brain fact for you. Did you know your brain actually uses different regions to process your first language versus a language you learned later?
So your English brain and your native language brain aren't even in the same neighborhood.
Which means it's not laziness or a lack of intelligence. It's biology. Your English brain just needs more practice.
Reason number 3, and honestly, I think it's the biggest one. Fear.
People are scared of sounding silly or being judged.
I had a student once tell me, Leo, I'd rather say nothing than say it wrong.
That breaks my heart a little.
I told him, nobody remembers your mistakes. They remember that you tried.
Would you ever laugh at a friend for trying to speak your language?
Never, I'd be impressed.
So why do we assume people will judge us the same way? Let's practice that courage right now. I'm going to ask you a question. Pause the video and answer out loud before Leo does. What's one thing you did today that made you a little proud?
My answer, I finally cleaned out my email inbox. Small win, but I'll take it.
See, no perfect grammar required, just real communication.
Here's something that changes everything once you understand it.
Tell us.
Most people think, I'll speak once I feel confident. But actually, confidence comes after you speak, not before.
Say that again, that's important.
Confidence comes after you speak. You build it by doing the thing that scares you a little.
Like going to the gym. You don't feel strong before you start. You feel strong after weeks of showing up. And here's the truth. If you understood this whole podcast so far, You're already much closer to fluency than you think. Understanding is the hard part. You've already done it.
Here's another common mistake. Don't say, I very like this song. Instead, say, I really like this song.
Very can't sit directly in front of a verb like. Replace it with really.
Repeat after me. I really like this podcast. One more time, out loud.
One more piece of this puzzle. Speaking English is genuinely a physical skill.
It uses mouth and throat muscles you might not use much in your first language.
You can understand music theory perfectly and still not play the guitar smoothly. Your fingers need practice. The same is true for your tongue when making English sounds.
Try saying this quickly. 33 thieves thought thoroughly.
See, that struggle right there is the training.
Here's one last common mistake. Don't say, he explained me the problem. Instead, say, he explained the problem to me.
The verb, explain, needs to before the person. It's a small detail, but it makes your English sound much more natural.
Here's a quick native shortcut before we wrap up this lesson. Instead of saying, I am very tired, native speakers usually say, I'm exhausted.
Now try using it in a sentence about your day-to-day. Let's lock in 5 useful expressions from today's lesson. Number 1. To draw a blank. It means your mind suddenly goes empty. For example, she asked me a question and I totally drew a blank. During the test, I drew a blank on the answer. Tell us about a time you drew a blank in the comments.
Number 2. Tongue-tied. It means you can't speak clearly because you're nervous. I get tongue-tied whenever I meet someone famous. He became tongue-tied in front of the class. Use it in a sentence about yourself.
Number 3. To think on your feet. It means thinking quickly in the moment. Good speakers know how to think on their feet. I had to think on my feet during the interview. When was the last time you had to think on your feet?
Number 4. Fluent. It means speaking smoothly and naturally. She's fluent in 3 languages. My goal is to become fluent by next year. Say your fluency goal out loud right now.
Number 5. To open up. It means becoming more comfortable sharing and talking. Once I started speaking daily, I really opened up. He opened up a lot after living abroad. Try saying, I want to open up more when I speak English.
Let's put everything together. Imagine we just met at a coffee shop.
Hi, is this seat free?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't think I've seen you here before.
I usually come on weekends. Honestly, I get a little tongue-tied meeting new people, so sorry if I'm quiet.
No worries at all. Everyone gets nervous.
I drew a total blank when the waiter asked what I wanted earlier.
That happens to me constantly. I just point at the menu half the time.
Honestly, that's a great strategy.
I'm trying to open up more. To speak without overthinking everything.
Same. This kind of conversation actually helps a lot.
See, no perfect grammar, just 2 people communicating.
Let's review everything quickly.
Listening and speaking are different skills. Train both.
Stop translating. Try thinking directly in English.
Confidence comes after speaking, not before.
Your mouth needs physical practice, just like a muscle.
And mistakes aren't failures. They're proof you're trying.
Here's your mission for this week. Today, talk to yourself in English for 2 minutes about anything.
Tomorrow, push it to 3 minutes.
Comment, done, after you finish today's mission. We actually read your comments.
And next time, we're covering how to sound natural even when you're nervous. You won't want to miss it.
Remember,
progress beats perfection.
We'll help with the English.
You bring the courage.
See you next time.